Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the English Talk podcast. I'm Sandra, and today we're actually diving into something really practical.
And I'm Adam, your co-host for today. Yes, Sandra, I'm super excited about this topic.
Me too. We're talking about English small talk, 50 everyday phrases you should know. Because honestly, whether you're chatting with coworkers, meeting new people for the first time, or just, making casual conversation with neighbors, small talk is truly your key to confidence.
Absolutely. It's such a fundamental skill, and sometimes it can feel a bit daunting, right? Like, what do you even say? But with these phrases, we hope it'll make it a lot easier for everyone.
Exactly. So let's just jump right in.
All right, so let's kick things off with what we call greetings and openers. These are, just friendly ways to really get a conversation started.
Yeah, exactly. And the first few are super common, like, hey, how's it going? Or what's up? Simple, right? But effective.
So simple, yet so versatile. I mean, you can use, hey, how's it going with almost anyone. And then for someone you haven't seen in a while, number 3, long time no see is just perfect. It instantly, shows that you remember them.
Oh, totally. And right along with that is, it's so nice to see you again. It sounds genuine, and it really sets a positive tone. Then you can follow up with, how have you been or what have you been up to really open things up.
Yeah, those are great for catching up. And then for daily interactions, we've got, how's your day going? Or if it's Monday, how was your weekend? I use that one all the time, actually.
Me too. And then there's always the classic, nice weather today, isn't it? Which honestly is probably one of the safest openers ever, especially if you're not sure what else to say.
Oh, for sure. Weather is like a universal topic. And finally, for those brand new introductions, we have, I don't think we've met. I'm Sandra. Or, I'm Adam, of course. It's direct, polite, and gets the ball rolling.
So really, these first 10 phrases are your absolute go-to openers for breaking the ice. They're just perfect for, setting the stage.
And a quick fluency builder tip here for everyone listening. Try combining these phrases. Don't just stick to one. For example, you could say, hey, how's it going? Nice weather today. It sounds really natural, like a real conversation.
Yeah, it just flows better. Or, long time no see, how have you been? It just makes it sound more organic. Practice putting them together. Exactly. So once you've, broken the ice with those initial greetings, the conversation usually naturally shifts to, well, what's going on in your day or work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where our next set of phrases comes in. Phrases 11 through 20, all about, work and daily life. Like number 11, work's been super busy lately. That's a classic.
Oh, totally. Or just another day at the office for those everyday moments. And with so many people working remotely now, I've been working from home is super relevant.
It really is. And, sometimes you just feel like your schedule is just completely full. So my schedule's been packed is a good one to express that. And then for those mornings or afternoons, really, I could use another coffee. Oh, that's definitely a personal favorite. And then, by the end of the week, everyone's feeling it. I'm so glad it's Friday. Or, the weekend went by so fast. That one always gets a nod of agreement, right?
Oh, for sure. It always does. And to keep the conversation going, asking about weekend plans is always good. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Or for a regular check-in, how do you usually spend your Sundays? It's a nice way to find out a little bit more about someone's routine without being too direct.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people can relate to number 20. I'm trying to get back into a routine, especially after holidays or, a busy period. It's a very common, relatable sentiment.
Yeah, definitely. And here's a really important fluency builder tip for this section. Try to mirror what the other person says. It's a fantastic way to show you're listening and to keep the conversation flowing naturally.
It really is. So if someone says, work's been stressful, instead of just nodding, you could say, yeah, same here. I've had a lot going on too. It just makes the conversation feel, more connected.
Exactly. It's not just a back and forth. It's a shared experience. So mirroring, it really helps build that rapport. It makes the other person feel heard and encourages them to share more. Try it out.
Absolutely. And that leads us perfectly into our next set of phrases, which is all about hobbies and free time. Because, once you've talked about work, people often move to what they do outside of work, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a great way to find common ground with someone. So phrases 21 through 30, they're all about those personal interests. Like number 21, I've been reading a great book lately. Always a good icebreaker for bookworms.
Oh, for sure. And if you're not sure about books, you can always go with, do you like movies? It's such a universal topic. Or if you're really into something, I'm hooked on a new show is a great way to share.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's hooked on a new show at some point. And for those focusing on health, I started going to the gym again, or I've been trying to eat healthier, can open up conversations about fitness or diet.
Totally. And if someone's into food, have you tried any new restaurants lately? Is excellent. And for those who love to cook, I enjoy cooking in my free time is a nice, easy one.
Yeah, and then there are the more general interest questions like, do you play any sports? Or, what kind of music do you like? Those are pretty classic for finding out someone's interests.
Right. And for something a bit more modern, I love listening to podcasts is perfect, given how popular they are now. It's pretty rare to find someone who doesn't listen to a podcast or know what it is, at least.
It's true. And the key here, Indra, really is to keep these conversations open-ended. That's our takeaway language for this section. Keep things open-ended to invite conversations. So, instead of just a yes or no answer, they encourage more discussion.
Right. Or if you say, what kind of music do you like? And they say, oh, I like rock. You can follow up with, oh, any particular bands? Have you seen any good concerts lately? It just keeps it rolling.
Yeah, it's all about looking for those hooks, those little bits of information that you can latch onto and then, gently pull the conversation forward.
And speaking of topics that are, easy to pull forward, our next section focuses on two absolute universal conversation starters, travel and weather. I mean, everyone has an opinion or an experience with these, right?
Oh, absolutely, Adam. They're such safe ground, especially when you're just getting to know someone or, you need to fill a quiet moment. Let's look at phrases 31 through 40. Kicking it off with travel, like, I just got back from a trip. This one's fantastic because it immediately invites curiosity.
Yeah, it does. And if you haven't been anywhere, but you wish you had, you can always say, I'd love to travel more, which is a pretty relatable sentiment for most people. Or, directly ask, have you ever been to, and then insert a place, like, have you ever been to Italy?
Exactly. And then shifting to weather, which is honestly the ultimate go-to when you're a bit stuck. Phrases like, the weather's been crazy lately, or it's so hot today, they're universally understood. No one's going to be offended by a comment about the weather.
No, not at all. And you can get a little bit more specific, like, I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow if you've got plans. Or, expressing a preference. I'm ready for fall. Or I can't wait for summer break. These are all just very natural things to say.
Yeah, they are. And for those everyday commute struggles, which are very relatable. Phrases like, traffic was terrible this morning, or the commute's been better lately, can also spark a brief sympathetic chat. Everyone complains about traffic sometimes.
Right? It's that shared experience. And the Fluency Builder tip for this section really hammers that point home. Weather is always a safe and natural topic. It's just, it's a constant. It's always there.
It is. And it's a great way to observe something happening in the moment. You're both experiencing the same weather, so it's a very immediate connection point. It's not something you have to dig for.
Exactly. So, if you're ever feeling like, oh, what do I say next? Just look outside or, check the forecast. It's almost guaranteed to provide you with something to talk about.
Okay, so we've talked about breaking the ice, work, hobbies, travel, weather. Now, let's wrap up with those all-around versatile phrases, the ones you can pretty much use anywhere, just for a casual chat in any situation. These are phrases 41 through 50.
Yeah, these are like your Swiss Army knife of small talk, right? You walk into a new place, a party, a new coffee shop, and you can just observe and comment like, this place is really nice. Or if you're, at a restaurant, the food smells amazing. It's an immediate, non-intrusive observation.
Exactly. And then if you're curious, is this your first time here, is a great one because it can open up a whole conversation about, their experience or why they're there. And Adam, what about compliments? They can be really effective, but you have to be genuine.
Oh, for sure. You want to be, sincere. Something like, I love your shirt. Where did you get it? It's a specific compliment, and it gives the other person something easy to respond to. It's not just, you look good, but it's, it's about the item.
Right, and it's also a question, so it invites a response. Now, for continuing the conversation and showing you're engaged, phrases like, I saw that movie too. What did you think? Or simply, I totally agree with you, are fantastic for finding common ground.
Oh, absolutely. And if someone says something interesting, you can, prompt them to elaborate with, that's interesting, tell me more. Or if you just understand what they're feeling, I know what you mean. It just shows empathy and connection, which is really, really good.
Yeah, it builds rapport. And finally, when it's time to, gracefully wrap things up without just walking away, phrases like, it's been great chatting with you are perfect.
Yeah, you always want to leave on a positive note. And if you genuinely want to talk again, you can follow it up with, let's catch up again soon. It leaves the door open without, putting immediate pressure on. It's just a friendly sign-off.
Perfect. So those last 10 are all about those real-time interactions, whether you're complimenting, agreeing, or just, saying goodbye. They're so versatile.
Awesome job, everyone. We've just covered 50 everyday phrases to make small talk in English. I mean, from saying hello to talking about work, hobbies, travel, weather, and even those super versatile phrases for, just about any casual chat.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you lay them all out like that. 50 phrases that can genuinely transform how comfortable you feel in different social situations, whether it's at work, at the gym, or even just walking down the street.
Absolutely. And the key here, as the title of this section says, is practice makes perfect. You've got these phrases now, but it's really about trying them out. Don't feel like you need to use all 50 tomorrow. Just pick one or two that resonate with you today.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's commenting on the weather or just asking someone how their weekend was. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become and the more confident you'll feel. It really does build up over time.
That's so true. Confidence comes from doing. So go out there, try these phrases, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend if you found it helpful. We love to reach more English learners out there.
Definitely. And if you have any questions or want to suggest future topics, just leave us a comment. We love hearing from you all.
Thanks for tuning in to the English Talk Podcast. We'll see you next time.